Perfect. So good evening, everyone, and happy Mother's Day as well to all the mothers out there. I hope you were spoiled rotten by all your kids. But for those of you that aren't mothers, we can be your makeshift mothers for the night as we're cooking you some dinner virtually. So as you are aware, we have this on every Sunday evening at 5:30. And this will also be uploaded onto YouTube afterwards this evening. So if there's anything that you've missed or if we're going too quickly, you can always revisit this later tonight. So we'll be having 3 very easy to cook, healthy vegan recipes. My mum will be cooking a chickpea curry and papadums. And myself, my name's Nina, I forgot to introduce myself. I will be doing a decadent vegan chocolate mousse to end the night for the dessert. So the recipes as well, I'll also add, are available online. So if you visit www.wallarachurch.org, there'll be all the recipes that we're cooking tonight, so you can go check that out as well. So I will now pass it on to my mum, who will be doing the papadums and chickpea curry.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. And welcome to our vegan cooking class. So I have here, the first one I'm going to do is a papadums, store-bought papadums, and this is the one I usually get, Maharaja papadums. This is the garlic one, okay, or you can also get the mild plain one, okay, and they're very cheap. I think it's $1.50 for a packet, and you get quite a lot in a packet, about this much. Okay, so they come in this size here, which is, very tiny, very small. So what I'll do is, now I'm going to put some oil in I just heated up the pan. I'm going to put some hot vegetable oil in the pan. And you can see that the papadum will expand, will, turn big. So I'm just wait for the oil to heat up a bit. I'm going to turn the heat up. So just wait for a little while. So this is how papadums comes in. It's like a, like a cracker size, like this small, and you'll be surprised how large it can go once it's in the hot oil. Okay. I'm just waiting for the oil to get a bit hotter, and now I'm going to try with one papadum first. If it's not hot enough, the papadum will not expand and will not sort of puff up. And papadum, I believe, is made from besan, which is, I think, chickpea flour. Yeah, and rice flour as well, and raisin agent. Okay. So now I'm going to try this now.
Oh, sorry, I've got a question from Eva. So Eva's asking, can you cook those in the microwave, and can you get it from Coles?
Yeah, you can get it from Coles in the Indian section. You can, you can also cook. I haven't tried microwave before, so I'm not sure. So now the oil it's not hot enough yet. So this papadum actually, this papadum is not quite rising yet. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. Now the oil got to be quite hot. Now this one here is not quite working yet. So I'll just wait for another one. Okay. I'll take this out for now, and I'll let the oil get a bit hotter. Because if you need the oil to be like, really high temperature and smoking hot. Okay, so let's try another one again. Yeah, this one is pretty good. Now you can start to see that it's going to fizzle up. See the way it goes. This is what it's supposed to be. Okay, so I'm going to flick it, and the oil will be quite, and I'll put it in a strainer. Okay, I'm going to do about 5 of those, and let's try another one. Yeah. Okay. So I put in a strainer so the rest of the excess oil will sort of, you know, will come off, okay, there. See that it's smoking now. I'll let it drain. Yeah. Okay, I'll get another couple more. See how fast you got to be quite, you know, because it burns very easily. So that as you get on, it gets better. You see, it gets sort of, you know, bigger. And I'll do another one more. I've got to turn it quite quickly. I'll do a couple more. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a question from Diane.
Yeah.
She's asking, what oil do you use?
I can use sunflower oil here, or I can use vegetable oil. I don't use olive oil because I think you know, it can be quite strong, and also it hasn't got that good burning, you know, sort of burning, you know, the temperature. All right, that's done for now for the papadums, and I'll just move this to one side, all to one side. Okay. Right, so this is our papadum. So as you can see, this is what papadum looks like. I'm going to put it out here.
Yeah, so we've got a comment from another audience member, I believe it's Yana.
Yeah.
She said that you can cook it in the microwave, but it will not get as big in frying in oil.
Okay.
So good to know.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on to the chickpea curry. Okay, I'll put this on. Now this is a bit high. I'm going to put this a bit low. Yeah. So I use a pot. I'm going to do a chickpea curry now, and I use the oil, some of the oil that I just used for the papadums, and I'm going to pour that into the pot. And it will be like, you know, it will be equivalent of, say, 3 tablespoons of oil. Okay. Now in the chickpea curry, I'll show you the ingredients I'll be using for the chickpea curry. Okay. I'll be using onions, 2 small onions. I can mix with white and red onions. Okay, white and red onions. Tomatoes. You can chop it up. Minced garlic, and the minced garlic I use is the chopped garlic. You can get that from Coles. Okay, garlic. Sweet potato diced, not too finely diced, but you know, a good chunk. And I have here, this is mustard seed. I'll show you what it looks like, mustard seed. Okay, it's tiny little seeds. Sorry, probably can't see it that well, but it's a tiny. I'll try and put it on something that I can. There, I don't know whether you all can see that or not. Okay, okay, yeah. Mustard seed. Now the next one is dill seeds. Okay, and dill seeds looks a bit like, you know, a bit like what you call like little grains. Okay, it looks like that. Okay, little grains. All right. And I have here and coconut milk, and I like to use this brand Cara. I don't like to use you know, the normal brand, but this one is I find it the closest I can get with natural coconut milk, you know, that I can, you know, from Malaysia, from home. Now curry powder, I like using the Ayam brand curry powder. It's simple, It's versatile and can be used for almost every dish, every curry dish. However, today I'll mix the vegetarian curry paste as well. And I like this brand because it's you know, it hasn't got hardly any additives, and it gives it a bit of a, you know, nice and authentic flavor. So what I'll do is I'm gonna put in a little bowl. Okay, I'm gonna put in a little bowl. Sorry, I'll use. Yeah. Okay, I'll put in a little bowl a tablespoon of the curry powder. Right. And as I say, I mix this up. So, and I'll cut this up. And maybe say a tablespoon of the vegetarian curry paste. All right, so I'll just pour it out like that. It's about a tablespoon there. Okay, I can't use, this is actually a lot spicier than the curry powder. Okay, and also I'll add in some you know, Marcel vegetable stock. That's to give it, you know, a good flavoring. Say a teaspoon of Marcel vegetable stock like that. Okay, and to that I will. And to that, I will add a bit of water, you know, add a bit of water, okay, sort of to make it into like a paste, okay. So first thing first, I'm going to fry the onions. I'm going to fry the onions, turn this up, and the garlic, okay, and say a teaspoon of garlic. All right. Oh, if I can put a bit more garlic, I quite like garlic, so I'll put another extra. Okay. So you can. And I'll just fry it till it gets a bit brown. And if you've got curry leaves in your garden, please put it on because it's really, you know, it gives out a very nice and beautiful fragrance to the mixture. Okay. So it's frying. You can get it sizzling. Just turning down the heat a bit. So it's frying now. Now I didn't add enough oil because it seems like soaking a bit of oil, so I'm going to put a tiny bit of oil back into the fry mixture. Yeah, and the onions and the garlic look like it's coming together and start to turn a bit brown. Yeah.
We've got a question. Where do you buy the seed of the curry to grow this curry leaf? Bunnings?
Yeah, I think Bunnings you can get them, you know, or you've got friends that have got curry leaf tree, you can maybe get them to give you some cuttings. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now, next I'm going to put in the dill seeds. In fact, I like quite a lot of dill seeds, so I put in more. Now, there are quite a lot of seeds that are out in the marketplace, or you can get them from the Asian fruit store or the Sri Lankan fruit store. What I use is dill, or you can use fennel. There are all kinds of seeds out there, and they're amazing. It sort of, it sort of gives it a nice flavor. So I'll let this sort of keep frying. Okay, now what I've forgotten to show you is that I forgot to show you the chickpeas. So I used 2 cans of chickpeas. Sometimes 2 cans can be quite a lot, but then if you're one person, just use 1 can of chickpeas. Okay. Now this is coming together, turning brown. And what I'll do now is I'm going to put in the curry paste mixture, which is a mixture of the curry powder, the vegetarian curry paste, and also the vegetable stock. So I'm going to put it here, put it inside now. With this, and I'll get a bit of water to clean the bowl, so I won't waste too much. And I'll just keep stirring. And smell the curry coming together. Okay, next is I'm going to add in some tomatoes. Is it a mixture? And I'll keep frying it until it sort of comes together and sort of combine together and sort of gets stuff that brown or cook or just get soft. Right, now next what I'll do is I will get a third of the cup of coconut milk. Okay, a third cup of coconut milk. And if you like it creamier, you can add in more coconut milk. Right. I'm going to add my coconut milk in now. And again, I use a bit of water to wash down the rest of the coconut milk into the mixture. Okay. So now I'll just show you what's going to turn out. It's turning, the colors are turning. The colors are sort of turning, as you can see, okay? Now next is I'm going to add in the chickpea. This is the chickpea. I will drain some of the water in the chickpea, but I won't drain it completely. So it will still be a bit of liquid retained in the chickpea itself. So there's still a bit of liquid retained, something like that in the chickpea. And I'll add that to this. I'll do the same thing for the next can. I'll drain most of the water down, but not too much. I do not want this to turn into a soup. Okay. I'll mix this together. And lastly, I will add the sweet potato. Oops. I'll add the sweet potato. So this is what it looks like. Okay. And all I need to do now is, that's it. It's pretty much, sort of done. this whole pot, and all I need now is just to wait for the sweet potato to get softened, and this will take maybe an extra 10 to 15 minutes, on a medium heat. Okay. Now I usually like to taste my food, so I'm tasting the salt. I'm tasting the sauce just to make sure that it's the right taste, like not too salty and not too bland. So I'm gonna give it a taste. I think it's pretty good. What I do, I add a bit of salt, but not too much, just a tiny bit, because the Marcel vegetable stock sometimes can be quite, there's really salt added to this mixture. So I just add a bit of salt there. And I give it a stir. And now I'll cover it with a lid. And that's it. I'll leave it to cook for 10 minutes or so. Okay. And now I'm going to pass that to Nina.
All right, so it's now my turn to shine. So I will be making a vegan chocolate mousse. Yay! So for my vegan chocolate mousse, you'll need just over half a cup of dark chocolate. The dark chocolate that I'm using is a mix between 70% and also 95%. For it to be vegan, you need the dark chocolate to be at least 70%. So I'll just show you. So I'm using this one, and it's 95%. Sorry, just before I go on, Eva's got a question about the curry. She's asking, why don't we pour the sweet potato first to cut the thyme?
We can. We can pour in the sweet potato, but it's just that sometimes I feel that the sweet potato can overcook and become mushy. So, but the chickpea, you can cook it a longer time, and it still, retain its shape. So what I normally do is I like my sweet potatoes still in a bit of a texture, when I dish it out.
So here I've got, so just continuing on to the vegan chocolate mousse now. So here's my chocolate. I've chopped it just a bit coarsely into little pieces. So put it in a microwave safe bowl, and we want to microwave it in 15-second bursts, and just mixing it as we go, just so it doesn't burn. So just out the way. So just the 15 seconds and then stirring in between. Just grab my spoon. And for the vegan chocolate mousse, there is a special ingredient, which I'll come to in a second. That's 15 seconds. It's getting a bit warm as I can feel, so just give it a stir.
I'll just come back and stir the curry while Nina is doing the rest, and it looks like it's coming together. Do you want me to change the pot to this side here so that it won't be so hot for you?
It's okay, I'm gonna. All right, it's starting to melt a little bit, as you can see. And we just don't want it to burn because the microwave doesn't really cook it that evenly. So you just gotta make sure that you stir it in between. Right, it's starting to melt. So I think it probably only needs another couple more 15-second bursts, and then it's at the consistency that we'll need it at. So for traditional chocolate mousse, you would normally use like a dairy, eggs to make it creamy. So for the vegan one, we'll have a substitute for all that, which is one of my favorite vegetables. Actually, fruits, I should add. And it's actually quite good for you as well. And dark chocolate is actually quite good for you as well. It's got it's full of antioxidants, and it helps release those happy hormones. So yeah, I think that's almost done.
I'm going to give the curry a stir again. As you know, the curry needs to be stirred all the time so that the bottom doesn't get burned.
The dark chocolate's almost where we need it at. It's just got a few chunks in it. So I think it just needs only one more burst, and then we're in business. All right, so just another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. All right, perfect. So the chocolate is at a really good consistency. It's nice and warm. All right, so we'll put that aside for now. So the secret ingredient for my chocolate mousse is avocados. So avocados are really good for you. They're full of really good nutrients. They contain vitamin A, B, C, E, K. So almost all the letters of the alphabet, so they're super healthy. So you need to take 2 large ripe avocados, and it's great as well. Avocados are actually quite cheap at the moment, or cheaper than what they normally are. So this will be perfect. So what you need to do is cut them in half, pit them, and scoop out the flesh, which is what I'll do. So perfect avocado. All right, so there we go. We've got my 2 large avocados. We've got my melted half a cup of chopped dark chocolate. So we'll get a food processor and scoop the avocados into this. I'll just put it down so you guys can see. Oops. Okay, a tablespoon.
Yep.
Tablespoon, because that'll be quicker and easier. So we're just scooping the flesh of the avocado. The avocados will add the really rich and creamy consistency that we need for this chocolate mousse, which is what normally you would get from like the dairy or the cream where you would use in a traditional chocolate mousse. So this is very healthy. So we don't waste it. that into your food processor. I'm going to be using a NutriBullet. I'll put that over on this side. So we've got our 2 large avocados. Then we're going to be adding the melted dark chocolate into this. All right. And then we will be adding some cocoa powder. So here's the cocoa powder that I'll be using. It's the Macro brand, which you can get from Woolies. So it's quite affordable and it's organic. We'll add 3 tablespoons of this. That's 1. Two. And 3. So that's into that. All right. Next, we'll be adding our almond milk. So I'll be using the Sanitarium So Good almond milk. I'm using the sweetened version. You can also use the unsweetened version if you prefer. But I just find that since I'm using the sweetened version, you don't have to add too much sweetener after this. So we use 1/4 cup for that. So I'll just pour that in.
I think my curry is cooked, so I'm going to turn the heat off now. So it looks like the sweet potato has softened, but it's still in nice chunk. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So it's not breaking apart or become mushy.
All right, next for the vegan chocolate mousse, we'll be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So the vanilla extract that we're using is this one, which is the White Mill brand. So just a teaspoon. We'll be adding as well a pinch of salt just to help bring out the flavors in this, which is a little bit of salt. Not too much. There we go. All right, so that's the mixture. So we'll put the lid on it and start blitzing it. Yeah, make sure it's tight. Okay, we'll plug that in. Okay. Take it off. You just want to mix it until it's a nice, smooth, creamy consistency. So it's having a bit of trouble mixing, so I'm just going to give it a stir. And just make sure it's all incorporated. Just scraping around the sides. Let's give it another try. I don't think you wanting to mix this off the top, so let me just stir it around. Yeah, I'll do that. Just so the stuff at the bottom gets to the top. But yeah, it's at the consistency that we want it at. We just want to make sure that everything is well incorporated. So it's almost there, but not quite.
Put a bit more milk in it.
I think it's okay because it should be a bit thick. Okay, let me give it another try. That's good. So I'll just give it a nice mix around. But yes, it's at the consistency that we need it at. It's nice and smooth. So we'll just, and then what you need to do is put it into 2 glasses. Where did my glasses go? Oh, here they are. Got 2 glasses. You can also put them into different containers as well. If like you're having a party, put them into little containers for everyone to eat. So we'll just put it in as so. Let's put it down so you can have a look at what I'm doing.
It looks really decadent.
Yeah, it's really creamy, really decadent. So it's a great treat and it's quite healthy as well. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. You need to taste it. So I'm gonna give it a try. I don't really like too much sugar in my dessert, so I don't like it too sweet. Let me just give it a try. Yeah, it's perfect for me. But if you didn't find it sweet enough, you can always add some honey or another type of alternative sweetener. So just add like, a couple teaspoons to try, and if you need, you can always add more honey to it as well, or another type of sweetener. So about like 1 to 3 teaspoons to add a bit of sweetness to it. So there we go. So here are the chocolate mousses. So we'll now cover it, put it in the fridge for 2 hours or overnight, just to chill and help it get to that mousse-like consistency that we need. But since we don't have 2 hours, here's one I prepared earlier. So this was from last night. So as you can see, it's nice, thick consistency. And all I'll do is I'll decorate it with some strawberries or fresh fruit, that's whatever's in season. You can also add coconut cream as well. Sorry, let me just wash my hands and then. Let's just put some fruit on top. Yeah, so you can also add like some vegan coconut cream on top. So I'll just make it look presentable. I hope you guys are all hungry, because I am. Okay, so just... Yep, and there we have it. So that's my vegan chocolate mousse. So do you want to continue with your chickpea curry?
Yes. Okay, now now it looks like the chickpea curry is nicely cooked, and I'll show you. So I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So we have here the that's what it looks like. Okay. So you've got here, all the mixture, and the most important is the sweet potato is nicely done and it's not falling apart and it still holds its shape. Now what I'll do now, I'm going to dish it out, and I like a bit of colors in my curry. So I got here some baby spinach leaves, store-bought, and I'll mix it with the into the hot curry. And when you mix it in the hot curry, it sort of will soften the spinach leaves, and yet it will still again holds the shape of the leaf. Okay, I'll just give it a good stir, and I'm going to dish it out in. I'm going to dish it out on a plate. Now. So yeah. Okay. All right. So there you go. It's the chickpea curry. Okay, and also the papadums to go with it.
Don't forget the papadums.
The papadums to go with the chickpea curry.
Should we do a taste test?
Yep, can do a taste test. Okay. If you like, I can add a bit of coriander. Coriander on the chickpea curry. Okay. Okay, and the chocolate mousse for dessert.
We all wish you were here to try it with us. It smells delicious. But we'll eat it on your behalf.
Yeah, okay.
Happily.
Yeah.
And yes, Diane, we can serve it with rice as well. That's
yeah, okay, definitely rice to soak up all the curries. Okay.
Right, so we'll just try some of the chickpea curry.
Mm-hmm. And what I'll do is normally I like the papadums, okay, and I like the my curry to go onto the papadums, and you can hear the crackling on it.
Delicious.
Not bad.
And I'll try some of the mousse. Here's my mousse. Yep, so it's at that nice mousse-like consistency.
Yep, and I'll try some of the mousse.
It's good, like you don't even realize that there's no dairy in it. So it's...
I love dark chocolate and more than white chocolate or milk chocolate. So, and let me have a taste with a bit of strawberry. I can't even taste the avocado in it, and it's really light and fluffy, and it's not it's just nice, with a bit of strawberry, nice on the palate. Okay, hope you enjoy this dish, and maybe you can try it at home, and have the rest of the Sunday night, and we'll see you again next time. Okay, maybe next week.
Thanks everyone for joining. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day. Bye.